this is still the bald guy we know. Hunting in the wet rain, and eat Australian-style grilled lobster, harvesting onions and taro to cook wild snail soup. Living in a melon hut, Leo, 1 room 1 toilet. I can't believe he came in. Mountain Vokers of Guangxi. The area is dangerous but rich in wild vegetables. It's the nightmare of countless survivors. In this episode, fasting experts have accepted the challenge in this place. Start the journey with the bamboo raft. I look at the cliffs on both sides. I was amazed at the wonder of nature. I just feel scared. It only takes 10 minutes to get to the challenge, this time under the old law. No food or survival equipment. I even forgot my hair. You will live more comfortably than the locals. The weather here changes 7 times. I dare not stop, as the bald head walked barefoot on the sharp limestone. A piercing feeling that can't be described. Go for a while. Intuition tells you what's wrong. He glanced over and spotted a silver snake, black and white, hiding in the grass. The serpent was lucky to escape, and he continued to climb the pass, wading the stream in the thunder. It's urgent to find shelter. And I noticed there's a cave in front of me. The cave is fit, but after a tiring day. Energy exhausted, I was lucky to find a dog. With 80% protein. You can't just skip and eat on the spot. Crunchy, feeling full of nutrition. After finding another one, I choked because my leg was resting early. Cold and wet ice cave rapidly causes the body to lose heat, so I decided to find a place nearby to sleep. There's no cover, but at least it's dry. The first night, I slept on the ground under the bright sun. The next day I woke up hungry. Every cell in your body is screaming for energy. When I went out, I met a snake in the way. Based on years of survival experience, I found a hemp nearby. Not only has medicinal value, it's also rich in protein and VI. I also found the tree. But we have to distinguish between toxic and non-toxic. Taste a little bit, tastes sour like lemon. You use the leaves as a container. Harvest as much as possible. There is also a bright red snake. It's a long-lived herbaceous plant. Low sugar content but rich in vitamin C. Mix it up and make a sweet and sour vegetable salad. Balanced nutrition. Right standard. A feast 10 times more nutritious than beef. But to survive in the wet jungle, food is indispensable. He's got some of the dry bamboo around him as a material to make a bamboo fire saw. First, using scraping stones, using dry wood as a fire starter, put into the hole that has been cut, and then use another piece of bamboo to rub it quickly. Temperature gradually rises. The spark appeared and ignited the flaming flame. But the imagination is beautiful, but the reality is difficult. In the blink of an hour, it was dark. Some broken bamboo and still no spark. He remembered the rational reminder from my survival experience. Calm down to think. The energy here makes people uncomfortable. Maybe it's time to change the location. That night the same way. But bad luck targets the poor. In the middle of the night, there was a sudden thunder and lightning. He quickly moved into the cave. The sky was pouring rain like water. The situation can only be described into words. Tragically helpless. I lay on a cold rock to get through a long night. On the morning of the 3rd day, my whole body was cold. Not speaking fluently, I don't want to sit still waiting to die. Even though the rain hasn't stopped, I've decided to leave this hateful place. The grass where I lay last night was flooded by the rain. Afraid of being cold, you can only move constantly to generate heat. Just go and generate heat. I don't know how long to play the game. You walk through a messy rock. Saw a plum drop on the ground. To taste and feel good. That's what you need to replenish your energy. There's a plum tree nearby. He quickly picked all the ripe fruits that fell on the ground to fill the belly. Then the men followed the river downriver, through the treacherous mountains to find a wild vegetable. The scientific name is exit, or mountain spinach. It can both make medicine and help with hunger. With hunger, it can also help quench thirst, thanks to the knowledge of survival in the wild, accumulated over many years. I just left additional energy over several kilometers. Consume no fewer calories, but after a long day of walking, it's getting dark. At this moment, a grapefruit tree appeared in front of him. There's a gap right under the tree. He quickly brought bamboo as a building material. Take advantage of the surrounding terrain to build a 1-room 1-kitchen house. He used bamboo as the main frame. busy not resting hands. Suddenly there's a thunder that makes me accelerate. The roof is covered in palm leaves to cover the rain. They finally reached the standard. Move in before dark. Life is not complete. He used the remaining material as a bed. Simple compared to 2 days ago. Living standards have risen by a significant step. Until Wednesday morning, I was awakened by the cold. But the shelter preparation has also been completed. It's time to light a fire. Before that, I reinforced the camp. Used bamboo bushes on both sides to resist cold and rain. Then he went to find dry bamboo as a burning material. While searching, I suddenly discovered a very poisonous snake. This species is dangerous, and often eat their own flesh to survive. But they're afraid of fire. Determination to light your fire. You're pouring out. Use underwear as a chest cushion to keep the cover fixed. Rub 49 times. It's finally smoke and fire. The feeling of joy when there is fire goes beyond. Meet relatives. You keep looking for food. Detect the sweet fruit. Eat well and pack. When you're no longer hungry, I was busy moving the stone back to build a bamboo bed. Spread more palm leaves to make life more comfortable. In the evening I ate and warmed by the fire. It lacks a little protein. It's become a resort life. To the 5th day, you're using a drone to explore the surrounding area. Discovered a cave at the bottom of a nearby valley. The hunter's hunch. It says there's protein in it. But before entering, you need to prepare the torch. He collected 10 plastic rods as fuel, fused, and mixed with bamboo humus to make it flammable and waterproof. Then stuffed into bamboo tubes as torches. Prepare 2 trees to make sure. Take the ignition device and go into the cave. To the intersection of morning and evening, tower the torch and enter the deep darkness. The space is getting so tight that I'm a little nervous. And as more, it's a lot harder to go down the narrow path. Suddenly the light came down from above. In front of you is a hole about 200 meters deep. The special terrain makes me constantly admire, at the same time feeling thirsty. That makes me go to the underground water to quench my thirst. When I got up, I found a snail on the ground. With someone who likes to eat as a Stafford. In living conditions, everything is protein. He collected 32 at once, and as the torch went out, Stafford'S must return quickly. But it's what you see. In the middle of the fire suddenly dyed black as ink. Fear filled the body. Stafford'S was mentally prepared for the worst. But it's not great. Road people, he found his way to the world of light. However, premium material without spices is not okay. Based on years of vegetarian experience, I found a spicy wild onion. It's an indispensable ingredient for the royal chef. Wait, this one's like a taro leaf. Dig down as predicted. After many days of meager eating, we finally got a sole meal. Excitement, back at Stafford, using bamboo tubes for fresh water. Put the snails in the bamboo tube. No cutting tools, you use your teeth to bite taro and onions into small pieces. Ensure each material is up to standard. Then he simmered on fire for 49 minutes and watched the color of the dish. If you add a little vermicelli, it's an 8-pack of country noodles. In the evening, the smell of land filled the camp. The hungriest staffer couldn't stand it. A piece of taro into a belly full of bohi rots. If you add a little salt, it's delicious. Finished eating vegetarian, you smash a snail's shell with a rock. Delicious ground meat. The protein content is not known how many times that of beef. Stafford used to eat a lot of snails everywhere. Not because it's delicious, but because it's easy to catch. Thanks to wild fruit and snails, Stafford'S gets to the 9th day. To demonstrate the ability to hunt, I decided to make a nice wild meal. But after only a few steps, it was raining heavily. To a shoal he's targeting fisheries. It only takes one hand to catch a small lobster. Everyone knows that if they have one, they will have a second. Ask for a quick catch to bags. Not even the crab you're watching. Go back to camp and check the booty. 10 lobsters and 3 crabs. No chili sauce or spices. You use skewers on the grill. 18 minutes of fire is enough for just 1 beer. After baking, as usual, Stafford try first. Peel a piece of fresh meat into your mouth. Tasted like a seafood party. I slept well that night. To the 10th day to leave, Stafford restores running to its original state, so that it doesn't affect the surrounding ecosystem. Then he took his luggage to the rendezvous point to retreat. A few miles away, you're in a 4-wheeler. Completed the challenge this time smoothly. After 2.5 years, racket staff back in public. And the title of expert will be gone. In the beginning, he caught a wild squid. Weighs a few 10 pounds. And enjoy delicious fresh squid sashimi. Opponent this time, not just a professional athlete, he's also an expert to survive in the wild. His name is MC Genohan. He's only 30 years old, but he already has the title of Desert Camel, and confidently declare, "You have a 110% chance of winning." Facing Mark, someone 10 years younger than me. Expert though, feel the pressure, but you'll prove to us again that old is still the most spicy. Lake Tucana is located in the center of SA. Desert Lake is the largest desert lake in the world. Even if you walk around the lake, it's also hard to find any supplies. Or any tree. Survival supplies are scarce. New to the starting point of the contest, they both realized that there's almost no sign of life here. Now, a group of people came from far away, danced to the strange music that comes near them. It's obviously the local tribal people. They're here to give you a mission. The village chief gave Stafford a tablet. Inside are the details of this mission. They first need to cross the crocodile-infested Lake Tucana. After reaching the foot of the volcano opposite the lake, they're going to face a volcanic land. Full of cracks then. They need to cross the rugged desert to get there. The destination is the Black Mountain in the middle of Long Tai Lake. Whoever comes first will be the winner. After understanding the mission according to the order of the village chief, both of you start at the same time and run fast towards the lake. These are wooden boats prepared for them. Mark has spent his life playing cassock and sea slaves, so I'm very confident in this ability. And Stafford though not. Have a good impression of their ability to swim. I think it's going to be a little difficult, but I can't believe it just sank into the water. Meanwhile, Mark quickly passed and sails smoothly. Coming to the shore of the lake, time is running out. After trying to reinforce the wooden slats, he's finally floating on the water. He was going to chase Mark to the shore. I can't see the shadow of Stafford. I just saw the crocodiles watching over the lake. I can only pray for Stafford. There's often a lot of stuff on the lake. These are very good materials. Mark's going to collect 10 more things before he leaves. He discovered a pile of fishing nets. It can be used as a rope. Stafford was in trouble. The wooden boat kept sinking. Then in front of the boat becomes more loose, while the crocodiles in the distance are still stalking. This is not a joke. Crocodiles can silently follow the boat's tail and bite your leg, dragging you to the bottom of the lake. Then you will experience the magic to turn their death upside down. If the speed and direction of your tumbling matches that of the crocodile, is it safe? Mark saw one. The crocodile just got into the water and figured it was nesting. There's probably a lot of protein from eggs. After a search, and of course he found some crocodile eggs. This is a big discovery. The racket Staff just came ashore. Really far behind. This place is hot. My feet are burning. The water in his body is rapidly disappearing. Mark has climbed to the top of the volcano, and the vision becomes wide open. This way he'll get to his destination the fastest. But this road is dangerous. Have to cross volcanic rocks, what the natives call the Death March. Stafford to the shore, but not in a hurry to chase. Because before we get to the destination, you probably won't find the water. You can't risk your life running into the desert without being prepared. It's almost suicide. And it's not true to your survival principle. You need to prepare all the resources you can use. Here locals often fish in the lake. The staff also plans to catch some. First, I made a fishing basket. Like a local, the dry palm is perfect. It's the material you need. And then he started doing it by hand, and under his skillful hands. His ingenuity, a beautiful fishing basket is finished. On the quay side, Mark has entered the lava zone. This place is full of cracks. If you are lucky, the contest can end soon. It's almost 40 degrees here. Everything around you is burning max. The natives are very taboo here. They see this place as a sign of death. Mark began to regret taking this path. There really are no shortcuts in life. Go off to pay the corresponding price. Compared to that, Stafford on this side seems more pleasant. He's calmly catching fish by the lake. And very quickly we caught one. Makes the staffer extremely happy. Smiling as Father Cho, enjoy the fresh and fatty pieces of raw fish. Like a fish is not enough. He has to prepare food for 3 days to be able to safely reach the destination. This lake has a lot of clams and sea bass that can't be eaten. This fish can grow up to 80 kilograms with a very large head. He decided to use the little fish to catch a big bass and clams. Now there's fish, and every hook is missing, but there's animal carcasses on the shore of the lake. It can be used as a hook. Just grafting, it's with a little wood. He'll have a very good hook. Mark's not out of the volcanic wilderness yet. The sun is almost setting. I'm looking for a shady place, take a night off and count. He was exhausted. Fortunately, not to despair, because there's some crocodile honey in my hand. It can't be cooked, it can only be eaten raw. I thought I could add some protein. But when you break the shell, the first egg is an empty egg. The second one is more strange. It's like a little crocodile mummy in there that died. The smell is hard to describe. I looked at the little crocodile in front of me. Today is a day of hunger and cold. To have a comfortable resting environment at night, Stafford take advantage of the surrounding rocks to build a wall. Avoid the crocodiles while you sleep. After it's done, he puts the bait on his toes. If a fish bites, you'll feel it, and the night will come quickly. In his sleep, he felt something bite. Looking at the situation, the fish is quite large. After a long struggle, the giant fish finally surfaced. That's a big bass. All of today's efforts were not in vain. Everything is worth it. The next day Mark woke up in a dream. Looks like you're not sleeping well. This place is too hot. The space is too tight to move. Around it full of sharp stones. But now is not the time to blame. You've got to keep your edge and start. I've slowed down a lot today. Since the beginning of the contest, I haven't drunk a drop of water. Are tormented by heat stroke, fatigue, and dehydration. You have to change your strategy to find drinking water. This also creates an opportunity for staff to catch up. Nan Max staff are much more comfortable. I'm still dealing with this 10-pound fish. First he needs a water tank. You can use fish skin to make a water bottle. Use fishing lines and fins to sew around. And put a gill on the bottom. As long as you keep the water bottle upright. If there's no surprise, this thing can hold up to 2 of water. Looks like the situation is fine. And the rest of the fish, he's going to make the fish dry. Hang them on the fish basket and while away, the meat will be dried by the wind. Stafford finally set out to chase Mark. Mark is still looking for water. Maybe he saw clouds gathering in the distance in the sky. It's going to rain. I have to go there. Stafford is on his way. But he got lost in the season. The landscape here is a bit like the surface of the moon. The terrain is dangerous. You can get hurt if you're not careful. It is highly likely that the competition will end soon. Fortunately, Mark went to Mount Anchor, search for survival items, create opportunities for Stafford to rise. After a difficult climb through the rugged mountain road, I thought there would be a wide road. I can see no signs of life. Stafford rushed to drink 2 sips of water for refreshment. Now the water has consumed about 3/4 of a liter. The situation becomes quite serious. Previous preparation work. Before the high temperatures of nature become useless, the heat caused the staff to stop because of the illusion. Make him feel tired. I don't know whether to continue to my destination or find water. Stafford fell into a dilemma. When Stafford was in a dilemma, Mark went to Mount Anchor, along the canyon for a long time, and finally discovered a stream, soothing Mark's near heat stroke condition. He takes off all his clothes and soaks in the clear water, cool, soothing every print of flesh. Your choice is right. That's enough water to get you to your destination, but first you need to find something to hold water. And there's not much time left for sunset. I need to find a place to rest nearby. An empty tree caught Max's attention, where you can build a shelter to avoid dangerous animals. A lot of thorns as a protective barrier, so that I can sleep well at night. Meanwhile, Stafford is not so comfortable. The heat and the wind are always with you. Finally found a small canyon as a camp. Been in the sun all day. It makes him look like he's wearing a mask of suffering. There is not much water left. This is the last sip of water. Tomorrow we must quickly find a source of water. On the 3rd day, Stafford continues on the road in harsh conditions. The temperature can be up to 45 degrees. This heat is definitely deadly. The staffer feels his mind spinning. Signs of heat stroke. At the time he was confused. A savior appeared. Some camels appear. In front, just follow the camel's footsteps. I will definitely find water. Then the situation of Stafford looked much more comfortable. He's catching crabs by the river. I caught them in a moment. I'm going along the river. Let's see how many more crabs we can catch. Then suddenly something goes wrong. Traces of blood appeared on the ground. I wish an animal had been killed. Follow the blood. Mark spotted a goat on the trunk above. It's definitely a hunting leopard, because only leopards hide their prey in trees. To avoid being hunted by other predators, there were traces of claws on the tree. It all makes me feel insecure. I decided to take the risk, trying to steal the goat before the leopard comes back. Mark used the tree as a ladder. Every time you climb a step, go on, climb up like that. The goat was finally shot. This is a great treasure. Meanwhile, Stafford goes follow a camel's trail to the bottom of a river. There's a good chance we'll find water. Now you just need to find a place to dig. And your thoughts are right. You can see that the sand here is very dark and the sand is very wet. Just make a water filtration structure is to be able to get abundant water. Before doing so, I need to find something like a straw to be able to draw water from the sand. But when I look around, I don't see anything like straws. So I had to make one myself. You use urine or sludge. And then you wrap the stick around with clay. The form is not very beautiful. Sounds like Frankfurt sausage. And you put it near the fire to bake. An hour later the straw was ready. He used coconut water to fill the hole he'd dug before. Then plug the straw in and cover the hole. It's like a vacuum cleaner. After a while, you can draw water. And according to this situation, a lot of water. This feeling is really unbelievable. The commander Mark. He roasted lamb skewers. One piece is found fresh and crispy. Great taste. After eating lamb, Mark also grilled the crab and ate it crispy. It's great. Meanwhile, Stafford is in pretty bad shape. Your face full of dirt looks bad. Fortunately, there is still dry fish to eat until the fourth day. Extremely harsh environment. The Stafford's lips were cracked. The back of the neck is unbearable. The sun is getting hotter and hotter. He found a soil-like material to dig. Its color is white. It's capable of reflecting light, and it can also form a physical layer of protection between you and the sun. Stafford felt its effectiveness. It's time to keep walking towards the sun. Con Max. I also started packing my bags and getting ready to go. Container not found. Mark uses sheep's eggs as a water tank. It can hold about 1 liter of water. Today, they'll decide who's the ultimate winner. Stafford with a steady strategy led Mark. He's coming from Uncle Ho Long Pai towards the finish line. He was the closest to the finish line. Mark is coming from the east of Long Pai Lake. You to take completely different paths. Mark chose to go through a difficult mountain road. Even if the road is hard, help me get there quickly. Racket Estef choose a flat path. Running close to the goal. It's just a fitness competition now. I has better endurance. The village chief was waiting for them at the destination. Saw Stafford happily running too. Joe Stafford thought he'd won. I can't believe Mark came out from behind. Mark had arrived 1 step ahead of Stafford. Be the ultimate winner. Mark arrived a few minutes earlier than the staff. It is a shame that the staff lost this contest.